So you're going to die 2.5 years earlier if you don't deal with this stress problem. 1 million workers are absent daily, but remember it was $25 billion a year. Now it's $210 billion lost just due to stress related disorders. Now, this is really, I won't say surprising, but it's really sad. 25% of Americans burn out by age 30. By age 30. So why are these kids committing suicide? Why are they on drugs? Why? Because we are stressing out our kids. Hey, look, when I grew up, you went to school, you did like an hour of homework, and then you went outside and played. Okay. I mean, we didn't have AP classes. We didn't have all these extracurricular. We went outside and we rode the bike and threw the football and all this stuff. Now kids are stressed from the day they're born. They got to get into the right kindergarten. They got to get into the right elementary school. They got to get into the right charter school. It's crazy. 25% are burnt out by 30. Now, I'm used to treating people who are burnt out by 50, but now it's 30. And we see kids in our office who they have to drop out of school because they're so stressed. These are these straight A students that are pushing. And by the time they get to the 10th or 11th grade, they are totally burnt out. And we can do that with cortisol saliva testing, and we see it. Okay. So Gen Z and millennials report the highest work stress at age 25. 70% of Americans have financial anxiety, and I guarantee you that's gone up since all of these changes with the federal government, and I've seen those patients too. Only 14% of adults are in therapy, despite rising awareness. And common coping tools are music, hobbies, sleep, exercise, social connections, and they don't say here, but drugs. But I think that a lot of our drug epidemic, and especially in teenagers and these millennials, is because they have just grown up in stress. And so stress seems normal to them. And it's only so long you can deal with that stress before you want to escape. And that's the good ways to escape it is with music and hobbies and sleep and exercise. But then there's bad ways to escape this also. So if you haven't figured it out yet, stress will kill you. Okay, it'll kill you 2.5 years earlier. It can kill you with drug addiction. It can kill you with suicide. All of these things, stress will kill you. All right. So if you don't want to die early, if you don't want your body to continue to deteriorate because the root cause has not been treated, then you need to understand stress, and you need to do the 4 things I talk about. Is 1, get rid of the stress. Again, and we're going to talk about that after the commercial. We're going to do a commercial here in a minute. Is get rid of the stress, whatever it is, if it's a relationship, if it's a job, whatever. But then you also have to get rid of the stresses that you don't know about. All of the imbalances, the imbalance in your gut, the imbalance in your hormones, the imbalance in your emotions, all of those. So 1, get rid of the stress. 2, if you cannot get rid of the stress, you have a sick child, you have a job that you just have to have, then you have to change how you respond to the stress. All right. I had to change how I respond to the stress. I'm trying to do more of this type of stuff. So I had to take away the stress of having to constantly be at the office. I had to take an extra day off so that I could develop new things. All right. So then the third thing you want to do is you want to repair the damage caused by the stress. If the stress has damaged your gut, you need to repair it. If it's damaged your adrenal glands, you have to repair it. If it has damaged your cardiovascular system, you need to repair it. And then the 4th thing, you have to prepare for future stress, because you're going to have some more stress. Life will give you more stressors, and you have to be ready to change how you or respond differently to that stress, to not let it cause damage to your body. And you have to be prepared to handle that stress. All right. So let's
you
go
need
to
better coping mechanisms.
Yeah, you need better coping mechanisms. And what I didn't understand in the past is that meditation is the key to changing your coping mechanism. It's the key to changing your identity. If you want to get away from that chronic fatigue identity, or that irritable bowel identity, or that attention deficit disorder identity, it is all about meditating. What you have done, you have connected these neurons to think the same thoughts. I'm tired. You have to get into meditation, clear your mind of those thoughts, and you have to let new thoughts re-enter. So yeah, the coping mechanisms of the music and the hobbies and all of that, that's great. That's kind of a distraction. But what you really want to do is to change your mindset. Okay. You have to change your mind, how you think about yourself. And a lot of times the meditation takes you into the spiritual realm. All right. So now you have a higher power helping you to change your mind, and that's helping you to change your body. All right. So that's how those three are connected. All right. In order to make a change, you have to go a level higher. And then sometimes you even have to go a level higher than that. All right. So let's go to a commercial, and then we're gonna talk about understanding stress even on a more body physical level. Okay.
We are going to a quick break, so stay with us as we explore the ageless blueprint right here on W4HC Radio and Talk4 TV. An ancient secret with a modern twist for better health and vitality. Dr. Taylor will be right back. Taking care of your health shouldn't mean taking a handful of pills every day. At Taylor MD Formulations, they create doctor-developed supplements that combine the best natural ingredients so you get the results you need with fewer pills. Taylor MD Formulations is backed by science, designed for real life with real results. Less pills, better health, doctor approved. Shop now at TaylorMDFormulations.com and discover smarter supplements for smarter health. That's TaylorMDFormulations.com. We are back for more of Ageless Blueprint. Once again, let's join Dr. Taylor for more insights and research on the ancient secret to better health and a better life in modern times. Here's your host, Dr. Eldred Taylor.
All right, I'm back. I'm Dr. Taylor, your spiritual MD, and we are going to continue because I got 20 minutes and I want to get through these slides. All right, so here is the first book that I read probably 20 years ago, Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers. And that helped me to understand stress. So I'm going to quickly summarize this. All right, so if you're a zebra in the wild, and I actually went to Africa in 2014, and we did a safari. So we saw some of this. We saw zebras. We saw so many zebras. You got tired of seeing zebras. It's an amazing trip to go to Kenya and Tanzania and see the Great Migration. It was like being live in Lion King. It really was. But anyway, so you see how animals, they have predators and they are set up. Their stress response is don't get eaten. Okay. So when they see a predator, or if they see another zebra who's trying to muscle in on their family and their wife and children or whatever, they know that they have to fight or they have to run. All right. So that's a stress to most animals. Because see, they're not thinking about who's president. They're not thinking about how much money they have in the bank. They're not thinking about how they hate their mother-in-law. They're not thinking about any of that stuff. They only have one stress: survival and thriving. Survive and thrive. And that is your basic instinct. All your body wants to do is to survive. All right. So anyway, so they either have to fight or they have to flight. Okay. If the predator is too strong, they run. If they want to fight it off, they can do that. All right. So what do you have to have? Well, the blood pressure has to go up because they have to get more blood to their muscles. They have to increase their heart rate because they have to get that blood to the muscles quicker, and they have to get oxygen there and take the CO2 away. All right. They have to have harder contractions of the heart. The blood flow has to go to the muscles. You can't be worried about digesting and all of that stuff. You got to get all your blood flow to the muscles so you can run or fight. You get dilated pupils, so you have better peripheral vision. You have your bronchial tubes open up so you can increase the input of oxygen and get rid of the CO2 faster. You get increased muscular strength. That's why these women can pick up cars when their child is injured. You get release